Thanks a lot for Mpo. Now, following government's briefing on the repatriation of expats living in Wuhan City, the epicenter of the coronavirus, South Africans there say they are relieved that they could be coming home in the next few days. At least 160 have indicated their wish to be evacuated from the city, which has been under lockdown since January. We're joined now via Skype by Sizwe Sibiya, a South African in China. A very good evening to you, Sizwe. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Now, we understand that you're one of those South Africans being repatriated from Wuhan City. Please just tell us about the process that's being undertaken. Have you been informed as yet what's going to happen?
Yes, thanks for having me. Yes, we have been informed. We were sent emails and some forms there are some forms with our personal details that we needed to fill about the whole, well, not the whole process, just personal information about us here in China, where we live, our residential addresses, where we work, and stuff like that.
Do you have any idea how big the group is, those that will be flying out with you?
Well, it's quite a big group. I mean, I am on a WeChat group with over 130 or so people, if I'm not mistaken, around there, and most of them have confirmed that they would like to be evacuated.
And just with the forms that you're signing, was there any indication of when exactly you will be flown out?
No, not really. It's just basic information, our personal information, our residential addresses, where we work, our relatives back at home and their contact details, basically.
Tell me, do you have any concerns about then being back home when all is said and done? Especially there's a warning of being quarantined that you know should happen for at least 21 days following your return.
Not really. I'm not concerned. I mean, I'm not concerned. I mean, if we have to go through that, let it be. I mean, if it's something that has to be done, let it be done. I mean, we don't want to be coming back home and making people to be sick because, I mean, we don't know who, in us has or might have contracted the virus. So, I mean, we'll go through whatever we are expected
I'm
to
sure,
go
Sizwe,
through.
it would be better than what you have been through, and which I'd like you to please just give us a sense of what has it been like, where exactly are you, and how have you coped with it all?
Yeah, it's been a very daunting, almost 2 months, being since the breakout of the virus. In the beginning, we were restricted. We could still go out and get whatever we needed to get. But as the numbers went up, the government decided to completely shut down everything. And that meant being stuck in our apartments, basically. You can't even get out of the door.
And how was that handled? As in, were you given enough time to go out and look for supplies? How were you told that from henceforth you won't be able to exit your premises?
Look, it's tough for us because we're foreigners. We can't even understand the language. So sometimes you're trying to go out as normal, and then all of a sudden you're being blocked. No, you can't go. You have to go back to your apartment.
Understand, yeah.
You don't understand. So that's one of the biggest challenges. Yeah, but the people have been fantastic.
And as you say, you're obviously not in your usual surroundings, as in at home, you're in a foreign country, even though you've probably assimilated to the culture. Just give us a sense of what are you then left to eat? Because we've heard from a lot of the others who are in China, and even from a parent of one of the children who's been in China, her mother, or rather his mother, complaining that, he's basically had to eat one thing in and out. What are you left with just in terms of your dietary nourishment?
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough, especially for the past 3-4 weeks. It's been really hard because with the restriction and also just farmers, people who do farming in other provinces have been really reluctant to come to Wuhan in particular to bring your food. Usually food is very cheap and easily available, but the past couple of weeks it's been really hard. You know, we've been pretty much eating the same.
Which is what, Sizwe, what have you been left to eat?
It's mainly just chicken for us because that's what we eat, and the same vegetables basically most of the time, and also noodles. Basically, those are the things. Fruits and other varieties are very hard to find right now.
So just about ventilation, Sizwe, you've been stuck in your apartments. What do you have? Can you open windows? Do you have aircon? How's that affected you also health-wise?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, we do have, because it is winter now, so we have our heating system on most of the time because we have to keep warm. Every now and then we just open the windows just to let in some fresh air. Physically, mentally, it's been quite a daunting time for everybody. Not only us, the Chinese people here also. You know, it's been hard for everyone.
All right, Sizwe, thank you so much for speaking to us, sharing your experiences, and we do look forward to welcoming you and other South Africans back home who've been stuck in Wuhan, the epicenter of the coronavirus epidemic. Sizwe Sibiya, South African in China.